This is a 1950 Ford F1, and we're going to take it for a quick spin. This is an original matching numbers engine and transmission, V8. It's been a little cold here in Georgia. She's running a touch cold. A little squeak in the clutch there. Pretty easy to fix. This truck runs and drives real nice. Engine fires up easily. Drives nice and straight. And it's got good power. When I push the gas, it wants to go. Hear a little squeak. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Actually, no, I do know what it is. So the speedometer is actually working, but I know that squeaky sound because I've heard it in other trucks, and that's the speedometer squeaking. Try to get this. What a lot of guys end up doing is pulling the cable off, and that's why we get so many trucks where we say the speedometer doesn't work. This truck has a nice sounding dual exhaust. Keep in mind it's about 26 degrees out, so we get the humidity there. This truck engine is not smoking. In fact, it's still a little cold. Nice, easy one-hand open right there. Still really pretty under the hood. Hear how nice the engine runs. 12 volt conversion with an alternator. One of the things the guy that I got this from did too that I like is he put two thermometers on it. One for the left side and one for the right. That way you can keep an eye on both sides. Good oil pressure. See the oil pressure go up there. Letting that camera, there we go. Amp meter works just fine. I'm going to turn this off. Lights work. So none of the original gauges work except for the speedometer. And like I said, actually a lot of times just a little bit of graphite spray on that speedometer, and get rid of that little squeaky sound. Really, really healthy engine. Nice clean firewall. Inner fender wells. This is a very, very minimal rust truck. There were a couple of spots of rust on it, and I'm going to show you. So the guy that I got this from actually was a body guy for Corvette, and he did that until he retired. So he was a master fiberglasser, and so he did fix a couple of things on this truck with fiberglass and not steel. And mainly what he did was he did the step-ups, and I'm going to show you that here in a minute. Which really to me doesn't bother me, because if you can buy the aftermarket step-ups made out of fiberglass anyways. So you know, to me I don't feel like necessarily he was cutting any corners, just because I know that those parts are available. This truck is just stunning in black. It's a beautiful driver. It's not a show truck by any means, and it doesn't have a show truck price on it, but I just anytime I see one of these trucks in black, I try to scoop it up as fast as I can. I love black. Black's my favorite color on antique automobiles, period. Black with red interior is my absolute favorite. But I love the black on black that this truck has. The body lines on the truck overall are really straight. Like I said, it's not a show truck, but it's really nice. So the gentleman I bought it from did a couple of little repairs, and then he painted the cab and the entire front of the truck. He did not get to the bed before he decided to go ahead and sell it. Some health issues were forcing him to sell some of his car collection, and he's got a few cars for sale. You can't tell really though. You can tell that the front was painted. You can't tell that the front was painted but not the back. And I guess what I mean by that is that the front just does look really nice and freshly painted, but the back still looks good. The person who had it before him had painted it not long before. He just wanted to touch some things up. There were a few scratches on it and a couple of little spots of rust that he wanted to fix, and then he repainted the whole thing. It's also got all new glass, weather stripping. There's one crack in the driver's side, So while I'm thinking about it, let me show you what I'm talking about. So he did a fantastic job here matching everything original here, so it looks really, really good forming that. But if you get up underneath, what he did is he fiberglassed that. So you can see that, you know, that basically did the whole thing like a form out of fiberglass. And he did this on both sides of the truck. And I think that's really the only thing he did. You've got the original outer cab corners, steel in good shape, with a touch of little spots of rust underneath on the inner cab corners. The bottoms of the doors are in excellent condition. Let's open that door and show you. And so I just want to be quick to say, this is not a fiberglass bucket or a Bondo bucket truck. I wanted to just be honest about the couple of spots that he did. You can see where he pulled these step-ups off, so you can see how they're freshly painted. And of course the rest is not. These are the original floor pans. They look fantastic. This is part of the reason why I jumped on this truck when I saw it, because I knew that there'd be a buyer out there who would really appreciate this. So this truck came off of, in some ways you almost could call it a one owner. It's a two owner, I guess, since I got it from the second guy who owned it. But it came off of a farm in North Georgia. It was always parked in the barn, and you can tell moving hay and things like that around. Look at the lines on the bed. I mean, they just look really good. Like I said, driver quality, not perfect, but really sharp. You know, when he's used his bed to haul lumber and stuff, it's all beat up. This truck doesn't appear to have been used for any heavy labor. And so you've got a pretty straight. Now if you look, you know, and the light catches it just right, like right there, you see a couple of little dimples and things like that on the bed. And I would call that normal. I mean, especially for a 64, 65-year-old truck, or however old it is, maybe even older. What is this, 2017, and this is a 50? So 67-year-old vehicle. Same thing on this side, the fiberglass reinforcement all underneath. But other than that, look at these floor pans. Frame rails are in excellent condition. Now, one thing the farmer did who owned it before is he built this wooden frame underneath, and then he actually took old like 10-penny nails and nailed down this wood. So if it was me, I would actually pull the wood off and sand it down and refinish it and keep it, just because I like that patinaed look. Got a little bit of overspray in the corners and stuff. But if you wanted to, you could save this wood if you wanted it to look more old. Of course, you could pull it out and just do a new wood bed. But this is, you know, fully functional and strong. It's not rotted out. Like I said, doors in excellent condition. Only crack on all the windows is this crack right here. Windows roll up and down nice and easy. Weather strip around the windshield is new. It is missing the sun visor. Nice unmolested and uncut dash, which really means a lot to me. I can't stand it when the dashboards are cut. The original heater's taken out, and this little new style heater is in here, not hooked up. You can see the wires hanging down. So if you want to hook the heater up, you'd want to finish off the wiring, put a switch on it. Not too difficult to do. The gentleman who had this just got, like I said, to a health situation where he just said, I can't do any more to the truck. Horn does not work. I can't remember if he said that the turn signals work. Yep, the turn signals do work, and you can see the little indicator light on there. I knew that the lights and the brake lights work. We had checked all of that. Brand new seat cover. In fact, this drive is the first drive I've driven with it on there. Brand new brand new headliner kit. Nice clean tank. The toolbox in the back. And we left the old original, you know, kind of coffee bag style back here, horse, you know, with the horsehair underneath it and everything. You know, a few spots on the inside where it didn't get touched up, but that would be real easy to touch up if you wanted to. But a really, really nice, clean looking interior. I believe that that is a newer rubber mat. It's the original. Boy, it's in too good a shape. It's a little dirty because it's been cold here, and we've been dealing with water and ice and stuff. Just want to show you real quick. So there was a spot up in front right there. That was the other spot that he fixed, and was the reason why he painted. You'll see that there's some fiberglass there. Other than that, this is all steel. And he had told me, you know, that he had gone around and patched a couple of little spots. So that was here. there was a little indention or a little crack or something there. Nice clean inner fender wells here. A little bit of surface rust there, maybe some older corrosion, but nothing bad. Other than that, look, these inner fender wells are clean. I'm trying to get the camera to adjust. It doesn't like adjusting with this light. There it goes. See how clean that is? Letting the camera adjust here real quick. There you go. This side looks real nice. Well, there you have it, 1950 Ford F1, and boy, I'll tell you, these fly off the shelf real quick. It does have aftermarket 8-inch wheels, and I don't know if they're 8s in the front and 9s in the back. They look like they could be a little bit staggered. They have matching tires, which is nice, with the beauty rims, and the center caps have got a little bit of surface rust on them and stuff. They may, if you wanted them to look perfect, you probably could refinish them or just buy some new ones, fairly inexpensive. Beauty rings are in perfect shape. The wheels look really nice, and they actually, even with the wider tires on it, it's got a little bit cushier ride, and it actually doesn't steer any worse than normal. If that's one way to say it. A lot of times when you put the big tires on it, they feel a lot harder to steer, but I didn't notice that on this truck. This truck has felt like the steering is pretty much normal. Just always that old school, you know, just a touch of wander in the steering. But anyways, PeachtreeClassicCars.com. Give us a call. This truck is for sale if it's on the for sale and inventory page.